Hey, what's up, guys? This is Nightingale Fade here. Doing a review of fire rapid review of Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Um, I'm also gonna go ahead and give a rating at the end of it. Just want to say that I am a Mission Impossible fan. I like it over even 007. I watched all of the Mission Impossibles. To me, Tom Cruise is a amazing actor. Unlike the 007, where they kept changing the main character to a different 007 or whatever. With Mission Impossible, they always kept Tom Cruise. They even kept a lot of the other characters like the Luther, and they kept the other guy. You know what I'm saying? So they may have had added some characters here and there, but um. And I will say my favorite Mission Impossible. I'll just go ahead and get it out of the way. My favorite Mission Impossible is the one before the last one, the one with I forgot that guy who played Superman. I can't think of his name, but he was in that movie, and they had there was a nice fighting scene in the bathroom. But anyway, this is about the latest movie here. This is the trailer for it. Just gonna kind of go over it real quick. Just let's watch it slowly. And so this scene happens at the end of the movie, and honestly, it culminates really, really good. I'll admit this scene it really capped off the movie really well. A really good way to kind of exit the movie. But let's kind of continue a little bit.
This can't all be true.
This scene right here under the water, I think this is kind of one of the second main parts of the movie. I think the first main part of the movie is when Luther, the black guy, died. Apparently trying to help the city from exploding from a bomb, and Tom Cruise had to be somewhere else. Ethan had to be somewhere else. But this was like this to me. This area right here under the water, when he had to go under the ice or whatever, and to get to this sunken submarine. I think this was a really good part of the movie too. It shows that he does a lot of dangerous stunts, or a lot of dangerous missions at least. And these missions are usually cool, usually solo dolo. Man, this scene was insane. This room right here where he's at, there's so many torpedo explosives in it, and he has to like dodge them. The water is flooding in the room, and he's trying to escape out of the torpedo, I guess you could say, hole or whatever, or exit little canister area. It's just so amazing, all while trying to grab a certain item or whatever he came down there for, to kind of help battle against the entity, the AI, basically the AI enemy of the whole movie. But it's a really big scene to me. Again, like I say, the first big scene to me is when they killed Luther. It felt sad when he died, because he didn't just want to leave him, even though he had the seconds before the explosion. He's trying to spend every last second he could with him. And then this was another big scene. I mean, some people say like this movie that they had a lot of like explanation and exposition, but I think you need that. You know what I mean? To explain, to make us believe, the audience believe what's going on. Anyway, let's kind of continue for some visuals.
Every word.
The CIA Black Vault break-in.
Am I reading this correctly? The Kremlin bombing?
In fairness, the bomb was actually meant to kill him. He gassed a security briefing.
I believe this scene right here where he gassed the security briefing or whatever. I think this is from the previous Reckoning one, part one, which I like this one as well. I like this one. I would say even more than this final part two, because the only downside I had with this movie, the Final Reckoning, is that it didn't have a lot of like nice little kind of like slice of life kind of moments, like where they're walking through the airport like in part one. um it was this part two, or this Final Reckoning part, was it's a very serious movie. You got to make sure you are awake. You got to make sure you're not tired. If you're watching a late night premiere like 10 p.m. or something like that, make sure you get some rest before. That's what I did, and I watched it on IMAX. It was very good. I was able to stay up. Um, but yeah, because there's gonna be a lot of explanation, exposition. But I like that kind of stuff a little bit. I don't find it boring exactly, especially since I already like Tom Cruise. Apparently, his net worth is about $600 million. My favorite actor. So, but yeah, but you see, like this cool part that they kind of flashback from part one with the green smoke, like that was so cool. You know what I mean? I feel like part two doesn't, or for the final part, this movie doesn't have as much of those moments. I might have to rewatch it again, and maybe I missed something, or I underappreciated something, but nothing was like this bombastic where you just like gas everybody with beautiful like green smoke, green of all the colors, green. You know what I mean? Like, so it's stuff like this that I feel like was missing from the Final Reckoning movie. So it's a very serious movie. Don't expect to be. I mean, I guess it makes some sense with Luther's death. They don't want to make it too much of a, joyful, jovial movie or whatever. I don't feel like it had that much comedy, if any. I think I might have, maybe there was one or two, but it really didn't. It didn't feel like there was any real comedic relief in the movie. But yeah, let's continue this trailer.
That was just 2 months ago.
This explains the handcuffs. It's still not clear why he's here.
If we want to bring the world back from the brink, we have to deal with him. Should he choose to accept? Smart people on every side are close to panicking. What exactly is your plan?
Your team has been betrayed, Ethan. All your secrets compromised.
Everything you are, everything you've done, has come to this.
You gave him an aircraft carrier?
Our lives are the sum of our choices. This was your calling, your destiny. I have no regrets. Neither should you.
I need you to trust me.
Damn, you know what? Now that I'm watching this trailer after watching the movie, I gotta say, I feel like I'm gonna reduce my final score, because even in this trailer, they're showing off a lot of the old parts of the former Mission Impossible movies. And it's kind of making me really kind of realize, even at this very second as I'm reviewing, that like it was just more, there was more diversity in the sceneries. Um, I feel like wasn't that much. Yeah, they had the snow, they had the snow area. I forgot the name of the place. Something island they went to. Someplace by I don't know, Greenland, Iceland, somewhere over there, close to Russia-ish. But you know, they just didn't really have that much beautiful sceneries. Or beautiful tech savvy gadgets, I would say. I guess of course went that little submarine thing that he used, that he went all the way, I think 500 feet below the surface of the water. That was kind of cool, I guess, but it wasn't all that technologically savvy. The key that they used to, the way that they trapped the entity, I think that was it was kind of cool. It's kind of indicative and normal of how, there's always this last second, last ditch, if they're gonna do it all at the same time effort. It was okay enough, I guess. But that's the one thing I will say, that I was gonna give this movie a 7 out of 10. I think is what I was gonna say, maybe an 8, or maybe even a 9 after I watched the movie. But now that I'm like, I got some sleep, I'm able to wake up, I'm able to think about the past movies, I'm gonna go ahead and give this movie. Damn, I feel a little bad. I think I'm gonna give it like a. I think I'm gonna keep it at a 7. I'm gonna keep it at a 7. I want. I'm gonna keep it at a 7. It was a good movie. It's, to me, the best movie of the year so far. Um, and of course, Tom Cruise, I think if I'm not mistaken, is 60. Is he 62 or something? The guy is in amazing shape. Um, and maybe I just gotta watch this movie again. I don't know. Maybe I gotta watch it on at home, not in theaters. Even though IMAX is cool, I feel like IMAX is not as sharp as I would love. You know what I mean? As like if you watch it in 4K at your home. I don't know what it is. I feel like I was more impressed with part one than part two. I feel like the gadgets, the green smoke, all that bombastic things that they use really impressed me. He did do some running in this one, so he did run really fast, and that was impressive. But I think, of course, the two iterations ago, I forgot the name of the one before the Reckoning Part One, the Mission Impossible before that one really impressed me. His running, um, and that movie was just so incredible from start to finish. I really love that main enemy that he had. But yeah, man. I mean, what do you guys think? Mission Impossible. Hope you guys liked it. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out for sure. I'm not saying don't go check it out. It's a great movie. And also, what I love about Tom Cruise, he shout out to The Sinners, Michael B. Jordan's movie. He praised it. So Michael B. Jordan, another great actor of mine that I love. So I'm really happy to see that Tom Cruise stood up for him and stood up for defending that movie as well, which is a great movie. Y'all should check it out if you haven't checked it out. But again, guys, just a quick fire rapid review, 7 out of 10. Let me know, guys. Let you know what you guys think. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. Until next time, man. Later. Thank you for everything.